There is something very deliberate, very calculated, and very much done on purpose when it comes to XRP and those big institutions, namely Blackrock. I'm going to break down a couple of key things in this video, and let me tell you, I think by the end of it, this might just blow your socks off. We've got institutional investment, we've got people buying XRP like you've never seen before, and why August could be a massive, massive month for everyone holding XRP. So go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, every day we're keeping you dialed into this bull market because we've got a lot of upside potential coming. But let's break down this video. Let's get into it. So XRP once again outperforming most of the market. In fact, today only second to Ethereum, having a well over 5% move. And we'll talk about why that is in just a minute. But overall flows on the week and month, XRP holding up very, very well. In fact, only doing around $3.8 million on those monthly flows. But actually, when you look at that in terms of how it breaks down versus the rest of the crypto market, it's a very bullish sentiment. We saw outflows on Bitcoin, outflows on Ethereum, XRP, one of the strongest altcoins out there. And I think this is very telling as to exactly what's going on. I'm not going to talk too much about the price, but today has been a very, very interesting day. And something I'm tracking when it comes to market opens, I'm watching ETS very closely, and I'm watching Blackrock and seeing what they're doing. But the three arrows here on the chart signal three big market opens. And what we saw was a huge spike in buying pressure for XRP. So this line here was when the Nikkei and the Hong Kong Stock Exchange opened, a massive buy coming in. We know South Korea is very bullish right now on XRP, but there's a lot when the Asian markets pump XRP big. Then we got the UK or the European markets open here. Again, another nice spike up on XRP. Once again, the US markets opened, probably pushing us well above that kind of 302 range as well. So what we can decipher from this is market opens, institutional money is flowing into XRP, and it's doing it without people realizing. Everyone's in the world of, oh, well, the bull market's back on, and oh, we're all going to the moon. Understand actually underneath there's some very interesting things going on. Look at this in terms of Bitcoin demand right now. We are soaring yet again. Market sentiments returned, and very much people are accumulating like crazy. Watch out. I think later today we're going to see BlackRock buying huge amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and hopefully tomorrow they may even be buying Solana and XRP. Who knows? But very, very bullish indeed. And one final chart I want to show you is this has come from Morgan Stanley. That's right, the big bank, talking about who is holding cryptocurrency right now. And you can see over the number of years where this is now favoring to either yes, we hold it, or no, we don't. And actually we're seeing dwindling holdings of things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, but a growth when it comes to XRP. Just take 2024, 2023, no one at Morgan Stanley even cared about XRP. Well, look at this, 2025, 5% of its entire employee surface are now holding XRP. Very interesting indeed. So what is the crazy news that I wanted to break down? Well, I have to take you back 3 or 4 videos ago when we started discussing how involved Blackrock truly is with XRP. Why are they certainly rumored to be involved with, and what does it look like going forward? Well, I might just have some of the craziest news that you might need. Again, we need to walk through this, understand it, and more importantly, just get this into our brains as to exactly what's happening. But XRP and BlackRock, or Ripple and BlackRock, is here, and they don't want you to know about it. It's pretty crazy. So there is a recent move in US tokenized treasuries. I talked about this yesterday with the Ondo fund, OUSG, but this operates on the XRP ledger and basically allows 24/7 access to tokenized assets. We know BlackRock reportedly invested in this fund very, very early on. That's the initial part of the partnership and how it plays out. Now, an indirect involvement with Ripple, and we know that, again, Larry Fink's also met with Brad Garlinghouse, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's also been identified that the blockchain provider Ondo is an issuer of tokenized instruments. BlackRock is the liquidity backer. Ripple's partial legal victory over the SEC cited as a pivotal moment. We all know that. So where do I want to get to with this? Well, recently on July 4th, 2025, a token under the ticker XDNA is set to now launch on the XRPL. It's called, and it is developed by DNA Protocol. Basically, what does it all mean? The BlackRock's Genetics ETF also trades under the same XDNA ticker. This suggests a symbolic or strategic overlap between the two. Once again, probably setting up the fact that we know BlackRock are in so many different elements of this market, it is only natural that they would be here, which is basically where XRP, RLUSD, and Ripple are going to set themselves up for that big financial moves. We also know that BlackRock is testing blockchain networks for asset settlements and transactions tracking through the Aladdin platform, which, by the way, is now managing over $20 trillion in assets. Ripple and BlackRock are reportedly dividing their focus, and on government bonds, carbon credits, and CBDCs, BlackRock is targeting equities, real estate, and digital identity. So what we can decipher here is that there is a deeper discussion going on between BlackRock, Ripple, and more importantly, XRPL. And just ask yourself this question: who was talking about XRPL 18 months ago saying it was going to be one of the most pivotal things in this bull market? Yeah, that's right. It was me. So hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date. So again, this is very interesting. And I actually think this whole BlackRock, Ripple, XRP goes way deeper than any of us can imagine. And I actually think BlackRock will go deep into the Ethereum Foundation as well. And I am working on something that's going to blow this market to pieces. But what I can tell you right now is it's very bullish for anyone holding XRP. And all of that is playing out in a very favorable view that 20% surge in August could be on the table. Now, you know that we kind of, it's a little bit like one of those sickening truths, isn't it? You kind of like looking at price predictions, but you can't let yourself just be determined by it. However, certainly when you look at market structure, you look at where we've been and the insatiable appetite from every corner of the globe to get hold of XRP, it's hard to believe that we won't be in a significant move, especially when crypto returns to the US holders digest around July 7th to August 2nd with massive buying pressure coming in. So lots to talk about, lots to keep up to speed with. Watch for market opens. This could signal, again, what we just talked about. Institutional investment is coming and they don't want you to know about it. They want you to think the market's moving. Realistically, big companies are buying huge amounts of XRP. So let me know in the comments what you think of all of this. And for me, recording this video, we've got about an hour left to go until the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and those Asian markets open. And I, for one, will be keeping an eye on the price of XRP. Till next time, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.